1, 2.
Welcome to the Mental Reps podcast, featuring your host, Brian Wright.
Bro, you were on Celebrity Apprentice?
Oh, yeah.
Our guest this episode is comedian, actor, and writer, Kyle Grooms.
And I didn't even pay much to Donald. I was more focused on his daughter, cause she's pretty hot.
I
understand. She was radiant in person. And then we kind of made eye contact. And I started feeling it. It's like, I tried to put the burn on her,
Yo, what good, Ivanka?
Yeah.
This week's episode is sponsored by the Field Irish Pub and Eatery, a little piece of island in South Florida, as well as elite sanitizing services, keeping South Florida clean and in business.
They gave them a challenge where they had to put on a benefit comedy show. I was on Marley Matlin, LaToya Jackson, Arsenio Hall. We were all like riding in a van. It was happening so fast. I was like, what the?
Now fade out that fresh as beat and let's get this bitch on the road.
Welcome to Mental Reps Podcast. I'm Brian Wright. How's it hanging, fam? I hope you're happy and healthy. It won't stop fucking raining here in South Florida. Looking for some sunlight, but things could be worse. Thank you so damn much for listening, watching, sharing with your friends. Like, honestly, if you're doing any of that, I love you. Please don't stop either. These damn Facebook algorithms and shit are an uphill battle. If you're listening and wanted to be a huge favor, like or comment on like one of the Mental Reps social media posts. We need those likes and comments to not just show up in your feed, but others as well. So good looking out to everybody supporting the show. You can also go to mentalreps.net. You'll find everything Mental Reps related right there, including new Mental Reps merch, links to the social medias and streaming sites, how you can contact the show, as well as details on upcoming events like our live podcast event coming up at the Field October 26th, this Monday, with none other than the Hot Rod himself, Mr. George Orr, who will be performing a couple songs live during the podcast. I can't wait for this. I spoke to him a couple times in the last few days. He's pumped, and this is just going to be so fun. I know he's going to love my other guest as well, the very funny, very spunky comedian, voiceover artist, and friend of the show, Polly McParson. She will be there performing as well, and we'll have a chat. We'll all be there taking questions from the audience, giving out some gift cards for the Field, some Mental Reps t-shirts and shit. We're going to play some games, get the crowd involved. It's going to be so damn fun. So I hope you come out October 26th. To the Field, Irish Pub and Eatery. All the info is at mentalreps.net. My guest today is a very funny comedian, actor, writer, Kyle Grooms. He was on the Chappelle Show, man. I mean, one of the funniest, if not the funniest TV shows of all time. Inside Amy Schumer, Amy Schumer's movie, I Feel Pretty. Last Comic Standing. He's had his own Comedy Central Presents special. The dude was even a Celebrity Apprentice, which we got into. Very funny story there. Grew up in Jersey, but now when he's not touring the country, performing, writing, or acting, he calls South Florida home. And he recently went through a medical scare, which left his future in doubt. But he's great now, tells an amazing story. So I hope you guys enjoy my chat with Kyle Grooms. But first, pour me a cold one. Take me home to Dublin. South Florida's authentic Irish Pub and Eatery. The Field is an official sponsor of MRP, and I got them to hook you up with 20% off, fam. Just go to thefieldfl.com, enter codeword REPS20 for 20% off your entire online order, and I also suggest stopping by if you can. Like this Monday, October 26th for MRP Live, it really is like a little piece of Ireland right here in South Florida. Full bars, amazing Guinness on tap, Smithwick's. All your drinking needs are covered, plus, of course, authentic Irish-American cuisine, shepherd's pie, the corned beef, the cabbage, Irish tato soup, which is my shit, along with the Irish dip. If you are super picky, no excuses. They have steaks, chops, fresh seafood, some vegan options, so your tummy will be super duper happy. And, oh yeah, live music Tuesday through Sunday. It's just a super dope spot, man. I really think you'd like it. You think that you have to like travel thousands of miles to this place, but you don't. It's right here in South Florida. And again, if you're staying in, no problem. Just go to thefieldfl.com, enter code word REPS20 for 20% off your entire online order. Also, here's another great company run by amazing people. If you're looking for local sanitizing services here in South Florida, call ESS, Elite Sanitizing Services. They're state licensed and insured, offering local sanitizing services, which kill 99.9% of all the bacteria and viruses, including COVID-19. They actually provided their services to the field. Again, super safe and clean. If you need to keep your property, employees, customers safe and virus-free, let them help keep you in business, keep your employees working. They offer services for schools, churches, medical facilities, offices, aircrafts, yachts, public transportation, restaurants, gyms, homes, vehicles, and a lot more. It's kind of like you're running them through a big Purell machine. And now they're offering free sanitizing to vehicles of all first responders and medical professionals, which I just think is like a really cool thing for them to do. So please give them a call, 1-800-763-4299. Visit them at elitesanitize.com or email them at info@elitesanitize.com. Elite Sanitizing Services, keeping South Florida safe and in business. All right, we paid the bills. It's time to go. Without further ado, I hope you guys dig my chat with Kyle Grooms. Welcome to Mental Reps Podcast. I'm Brian Wrights. I'm here with hilarious comedian, actor, writer, Kyle Grooms. What's up, dude? How you doing? Thanks for coming
Brian
on.
Wrights? Thanks for having me, man. I like your last name, Wrights. That's pretty good.
Yeah, dude,
Right.
keeping you from going the wrong way. You know what I mean? It's nice to finally meet you, man. I had to go back just to make sure, like, I wasn't losing my mind. But I think the first time I saw you was on Def Comedy Jam. So it's been a minute since I've been seeing you doing your stand-up, dude. You're really funny, bro. It's nice to meet you.
Man. Yeah, I've been in the game for years, man.
Hell yeah, you have, man. We're going to be getting all of that. Like, you've been doing comedy, acting, writing, the sketch shows like on Chappelle's show inside Amy Schumer. You're also on her movie, I Feel Pretty, Last Comic Standing, all that shit. So you definitely fucked comedy in every orifice. I got to give you props for that, man. You've been all over, man.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, dude, congrats on that.
Still trying to get more.
Of course, I get it. But first off, I wanted to ask, like, I know you're a South Florida dude now, but you're actually from New Jersey originally, right?
Yeah. I'm from Jersey, but I went to college in Florida, which brought me to college, to Miami or Fort Lauderdale.
Oh, yeah, that's 954,
weather,
baby.
Sunshine, and hey, I had to stay, you know?
I get it, dude. I get it. It's beautiful down here. I mean, there's a reason why we put up with all these crazy ass people down here. But yeah, Brett Ernst, same thing. Down here, but he came from New Jersey. And I know you know Brett, right?
Oh, yeah, I know Brett. Yeah, I didn't know Brett was from New Jersey. I just thought he was a West Palm Beach, Florida guy. I didn't know he was.
He was 954, man. He went to Plantation High down here. He's been doing his thing down here for a minute.
I wonder Brett's got a cocky attitude. He's got that Jersey.
Hell yeah, come on.
Yeah, Jersey. Yeah, douchebag. You know?
Yeah. No, he's a good guy though, man. I just recently had him on the live podcast. I've had him on a couple times. He's a good dude. But you were a graffiti artist way back in the day, right? Like you started doing that out in New Jersey. Tell me a little about like your origin story, bro.
Yeah, it's crazy. When I was in the 5th grade, I used to draw in the back of the class where my teacher was teaching me other lessons, and she caught me, so she stopped me from going to art class. And then because I used to be really into art, and and I was afraid to tell my mother, so I just stopped doing art for years. And then I think when I was a freshman in high school, some friends of mine came with a graffiti book, and then once I discovered graffiti, my art game was back on and popping, and I was with a vengeance. I was like all over the city with spray cans, and
Did you do that shit that my buddy used to tell me back in the day? He would go to Home Depot and get a trash can and just fill that bitch with a bunch of paint cans. And then you just kind of take the trash can out, you check out the trash can, but you just happen to not open that lid. Was there any of that going on?
Oh, I was afraid to steal because, we're in high school and we weren't really thieves.
Yeah.
And the way graffiti works, you're supposed to steal your spray cans. So I just got a job at a place that sold spray cans. And then I would take a spray can here or there,
Okay. Did you have your own little signature and shit? Like,
I wrote Seek, S-E-E-K. It's something I wrote SK for Seek Knowledge, Masters of Bombing, that was my crew.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Ghetto Art Masters, that was part of the crew too, you know.
Okay.
HBO Homeboys Only, that was part of the crew too, you know what I mean? So it's
I like that.
So yeah, I wrote Seek, S-E-E-K, for Seek Knowledge.
I like that, dude. Man, that goes in like line with the theme of this show, kind of mental reps. Like obviously we're a bunch of silly gooses around here, but it's like about seeking knowledge, being a better person today than you were yesterday. So I like that whole vibe. Do you have any like pictures of old paintings that you did?
Oh yeah, I posted a few on, it's so ironic. In I think it was 89 or something, there was a police shooting in my hometown. And me and my boy did a mural that said, "Stop the violence." And it said, "Instead of serving to protect us, cops disrespect us." And I just reposted it as a throwback on my Instagram. And
Sadly,
it's
still really relevant.
Yeah, like it's like, whoa, it's like I could have done it this summer and it would still been relevant.
Damn,
you know?
That's crazy, dude. Okay, so you're doing graffiti in Jersey. How do you end up in comedy?
I've always been a fan of comedy. I've always been funny. I was always the kid at the table with the crack, you know, the jokes, the table. I was the king of the jokes, the table. You know what I mean? The football team, I was voted most humorous in high school, most humorous in junior high. I've just been a fan of comedy, but I never thought I could do it because Eddie Murphy, Richard Pryor, these were the only comedy people. It's like they came from outer space. You know what I mean? You couldn't, you know what I mean?
Shoes to fill.
But then once Def Comedy Jam hit, and it was more like regular people from the neighborhood doing comedy, then I was like, I'm gonna just try it as a hobby, you know? Because I already had my professional job. I was an art director at a TV station, making decent money. I owned a house. I had already done all that stuff. So at 25, and then the comedy bug hit. I started doing it, and I think my third show, that's when the bug hit. I wrote some material that was, you know, from the heart, and it was real, and it worked. And I was like, ooh, I got to do this. So then my day job, I started focusing more on comedy instead of directing art. So that's when I was like, yeah, if I could eat and feed myself doing this, I'm going to do it. So in 2000, I quit, sold my house, and I've been running ever since.
Damn, dude, I got to give you huge props for that, because that's like you took the leap, man. And that's what a lot of people want to take, that leap at least once, and like just to make sure that, like, you know, no stone was left unturned, and that you got to live your life to its fullest potential, and that you actually took the leap, man. I mean, that's impressive. And I always like to give people props for doing that, because it's not easy. A lot of people try and create little excuses and reasons why not to do it, because it's like, it's just too difficult, and they talk themselves out of it. But the fact that you actually made that decision, you went through with it, man, that's huge, bro. It's huge.
Yeah, and the time I did it, I think it was I don't know, it was just better than now. Like now it would have been more risky, just because there's so many more comics and so many less places to work. I mean, this is even pre-pandemic. There was less places to work for comics, you know, because there's so many comics now. It wasn't the thing to do. It wasn't a career option when I first started.
Yeah, man. I know. It's so many people, especially with the influx of all the YouTube people and shit like that, complicating things a little bit.
Yeah.
But I mean, you could tell the cream rises to the top, man. Okay, so at this point, you're on Def Comedy Jam. When does Chappelle come into the mix? Because I know you're on Chappelle's show. You did a couple hilarious sketches on that.
Yeah, I moved to New York. First, after I quit my job in 2000, I moved to LA in 2001 for like 6 months, just to see if the streets were paved in gold, and they were not, you know. And I felt I was funny on stage, but I wasn't saying anything. So I needed to go to New York, go back to, you know, home base, where I'm from, Jersey, and be a New York comic, you know, and really learn comedy from the New York side, you know. And like the first month in New York was just, I realized I had to get rid of all my hacky shit that I had from Miami, you know, the humping the stool and doing the, you know, all the, you know, black people, white people jokes and all that stuff. So, and then working out at the Boston Comedy Club, which is in the Village in Manhattan. It was like a famous club around the corner from the Cellar. And Neil Brennan, who's he's Dave Chappelle's writing partner, was, I guess, starting stand-up at the time. I didn't know who he was, but I knew he was funny. And I was like, yo, man, I thought he was a young comic. I'm like, yo, your shit is tight. Keep doing it, bro. You know what I mean? Hang in there. You're going to be all right. Yeah, you're going to be all right, man. Your writing is fire,
Yeah.
And then it turned out he was Neil Brennan. He goes, yeah, I'm co-owner of the Chappelle Show, with Dave. And I already knew Dave because I think I opened for Dave long time ago, like at Uncle Funny's in Davie.
Wow.
And
did you know back then that he was special? Could you kind of tell the writing was?
Oh yeah, always been a fan of. Yeah, Dave was always, because I was a fan of comedy, so I knew who the truth was. Way back then. And coincidentally, I always get compared to Chappelle, but it's weird. I always kind of fashioned I always studied Chris Rock more so. You get what I'm saying? It's like,
okay, yeah, I could see that.
It's like I studied Chris Rock. I mean, my physical appearance, I don't know, I guess I'm Chappelle and I have a nasal voice, like, you know what I mean? But
the cadence a little bit, just like a little bit, but no, I could see the style is definitely different. The style is definitely different.
But yeah, then he invited me to audition for Chappelle's show, and then I did it, and then he started calling me in for regular spots, and then he asked me if I wanted to start submitting writing for it, and then Dave left.
Damn.
Yeah.
Crazy, dude. That's so crazy. I mean, that's a whole story within itself. But so let me ask you this. I know you did some sketch comedy on Inside Amy Schumer as well. Is sketch comedy like more challenging, or did you feel comfortable in that arena? I know it's different for everybody.
I feel comfortable in it. Yeah, sketches, comedy is what I do.
Yeah.
You never know how it's gonna play until it plays. So there's a little, but then you find, oh shit, I made the right choices. I don't look bad. If you go with your natural thing, then it works.
Yeah, you get too caught up in your head is when you could kind of.
Yeah. It's just go with it. If you see it, feel it. They hired you to do it. Trust your imagination. Don't try too hard, because it'll come out unnatural, and you just go.
Copy that.
Like sometimes with sketches, you don't, like, if someone else has written them, you kind of know what it is, but you don't know how they see it and then how it's going to play in the edit and what piece they're going to use. So you just hope you stick one.
And I mean, yeah, you've got a lot of good people around you in that setting. A Chappelle show, like, so that's a good little landing spot to do sketch comedy. I mean, you can trust that, because I know it's a group effort. Like you said, I mean, somebody can do something perfect, but unless everybody else holds up their end of the bargain, then, there's going to be issues. It's not going to come out right. So, but that's really cool, man. I mean, I know very few people can say they were on Chappelle's show. I mean, dude, when that shit was kicking, I mean, there was nothing funnier on TV, period, dude. Wednesday nights, you just knew that it was like, God damn. I mean, the fact that he came out of the gate episode 1 with Clayton Bigsby, like, dude, that's just insane. So that's really cool that you were able to be a part of that. Classic. So when during your comedy career, I mean, it could have been right at the beginning doing Def Comedy Jam, but when during your comedy career did you fully be like, oh, okay, like I made the right choice?
I don't know the exact moment, but I'm always like whenever I'm on a road trip in a cool country, I've been to, I don't know how many countries, Australia, China, Singapore, Pakistan. Like, I would have never have seen these places had it not been for stand-up comedy. Anchorage, Alaska, I think I've been to like 4 or 5 times. London, I've been so many places, so many times, like I never would. And then now, the time that I get to spend with my children, that's even a plus, because now I don't have to work 9 to 5. Now I can schedule my gigs on weekends or here, there, and a third. And then, I have my children, that time daddy time. So
Beautiful. Dude, I love that, man. I love that. It's
yeah,
I'm
the
happy
time is
for you.
freedom, man. That's the time I have. That's the freedom. You know, like I don't think I would my lifestyle would be as happy if I were still going to a graphic design job, 9 to 5 every day.
Mm.
You
Yeah,
know?
dude,
Yeah,
comedians aren't built for that type of shit. I mean, a lot of people aren't, but the fact that you had the wherewithal to try and, create your own future and your existence rather than just kind of adapt to it, I think is a beautiful
yeah,
thing, man. That's an awesome thing.
and
So,
and
dude,
all the friends that I have from comedy, like so many people that I know,
that's what
yeah,
I would get into comedy for. Just the
you know,
amazing comedians you get to kick it with, dude. Honestly,
yeah.
like, is there anything funner than being at a table with three or four other comedians just shooting the shit? I don't know what is if there is.
Yeah, and it's a fraternity too. Like, you comics from the top shelf to the bottom are all kind of, once you're in the club, it's you're still, I mean, and maybe not financially on the same level, but yes, yeah, it's just camaraderie. I don't know. I
No,
don't
man,
know.
you earn the respect from your peers. That's got to be the most valuable currency for
Right.
comedians, man. And just know, like, hey, Chappelle thinks I'm funny. Amy Schumer
Mhm.
thinks I'm funny. And shit, dude. That's a beautiful thing. So you got Bad Boys of Comedy, Comedy Central presents. You got your half hour. You're on Last Comic Standing, bro. You were on Celebrity Apprentice.
Oh yeah.
How the hell
Early
did
shift.
that go? You gotta tell you got a Donald Trump story in there somewhere.
Oh yeah, and it was with Donald Trump too. It was and I didn't even pay much to Donald. I was more focused on his daughter, like, cause she's pretty hot.
I
Like she was
understand.
radiant in person, and then we kind of made eye contact, and I started feeling. I was like, I tried to put the burn on her, but yeah,
Yo, what up?
I was
What
just
good,
kidding
Ivanka?
myself.
Yeah, I love
Yeah,
it.
yeah. But she is a beautiful person. Like, not only, just radiant physically, and like she's
hmm
radiant. I don't know.
hmm No,
Maybe
but
it's,
dude, so tell me what that experience was like, man.
oh yeah, they had it was like they gave them a challenge where they had to put on a benefit comedy show, and I think I was on. It was like Marley Matlin, Latoya Jackson, Arsenio Hall. It was like we were all like riding in a van. It was happening so fast. I was like, "What the? How did I get in a van with
Arsenio.
Latoya Jackson, Arsenio Hall, Marley Matlin?
Damn, that's crazy. I love
She
that.
impressed me a lot. Marley Matlin impressed me a lot.
Yeah.
Just how she's deaf and she was so sharp and so smart. And I think she has to work 10 times harder than everyone else. And she's dope. Like, just to be
Dude,
able to do that.
that's cool, man. What's some moments when you're looking around and like, damn, this is like your craziest like Hollywood moment where, like you said, you're in a fucking car with Arsenio Hall and Latoya Jackson and shit. What's a moment where you're looking around like, damn, is this life?
Yeah, probably getting a massage in Sweden with Charlie Murphy.
Oh,
Like,
that's awesome.
just getting let's get in-room hotel room massages, Charlie, and we're smoking and just living our best life. Yeah, I miss
Oh,
Charlie, man, so
oh,
much.
dude, I
I
do
don't
too,
know.
man. I mean, what was that guy like? I mean, for him to live the life that he did and then all of a sudden start playing these sold out places doing
Yeah.
comedy. I mean, he
Yeah.
hopped right in on that shit. Tell me a little bit about Charlie.
Well, Charlie, actually, Donnell Rawlins talked Charlie into doing stand up. And I was there when
Mm,
Charlie did his very first stand up. He was at Caroline's, and
wow.
yeah, he did his and Charlie's the funniest dude ever. Like, he'll tell stories for days that are hilarious, and even his material is funny. But he had to get his stagemanship up.
Mm,
Like, his material, his jokes, if you listen to him at the time, they were on point. They fell where they needed to fall. The wording was perfect because he's a writer first, but
yeah.
then he had to get his stage up. And then, and then I seen him, a year or two later, he was all headlining. He went from hosting hosting a show with Bill Burr, me, and Donnell, and then he went to headlining, a show. So,
Bro, I miss that guy so much, and I'm so glad that we have those YouTube clips of him doing the true Hollywood stories and shit. So younger generations of kids who that can be their in to find out more about him. You know what I mean?
yeah. He was a righteous dude, man. He kind of reminds me of like my older brothers, like generation. They were like solid. They had the code. They had a code. They were tough, and they were smart. I don't know. I can't explain.
He wasn't about to put up with your bullshit.
It's true grit. It's a dude with true grit. You know what I mean?
He's not gonna suffer fools.
Yeah, that's what Charlie was, man.
I love that, man. I love it. So I know you got some stuff coming out this year as well.
Mostly Brain Humor. Brain Humor's my special that's been on Amazon.
Recorded in
Prime.
Miami. Thank you.
Recorded in Miami. And I'm gonna put it on YouTube at some point when I feel like it's ready, maybe for Christmas or something. I don't know. But I just want to release it up before I see where else I can place it.
But Amazon Prime right now, it's like included with the membership, so you could just watch it for free.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Hilarious, by the way, dude. Hilarious.
Oh, thank you. And I'm working on my next special already. So whenever I want to figure out how and when I can do it, and what's the best way,
Dude,
I'm working on the material.
Okay.
And I'm also working on online children's books.
For real, dude, that's so cool. That's something that kind of in the back of my mind I've always wanted to get into. I thought that would be cool. So you're getting into children's books, huh?
Yeah, because first of all, there's not a lot of Black authors with Black stories that aren't just about slavery and affirmation. My hair is okay, I'm okay type stories. My stuff is more of stories. When I was a kid, I don't know if I was born in Jersey, but I moved to Georgia to live with my family when I was a kid. So my first 5 years of life, I was on a farm in rural Georgia. Wow. And it was all nature. I wasn't I had no friends. My best friends were animals.
Yeah.
And being on a farm, you have to have a different set of senses, and I think I'm glad I experienced that before I became a city kid. You know what I mean? And those are the things that I want my daughters to, experience, the appreciation for nature and all that. And my children's books are kind of like Americana stories. There was a lot of shit that happened to me when I was in that little time being in the woods. And I want to tell those stories in audio books.
That's sick, dude. I love that, man. I love that. Good luck with that. Definitely keep me up to date with that and let me know when that shit's coming out. But Brain Humor, man, let's get into it a little bit. And I could tell, I don't think that I see a scar. It looks like it's dude.
It was I don't even see it, man.
I don't see it, man. So
but it's like here.
Tell everybody what happened. So you have a seizure. You don't know exactly what's going on. You call the paramedics, and then what?
They rushed me to the hospital and found that I had a brain bleed. It was it's a cavernoma. It's a group of cells that form a tumor, and then it just for some reason started bleeding, and it was unexpected. So that's what caused the seizure, and then I lost use of my right arm, and my speech started to be really like talking was so difficult for me. Like it became such I couldn't even this would have been impossible. This podcast,
Wow, man. So that's a heavy road.
Yeah.
I mean, and again speaks to, even though it's in a more physical sense, but the power of the mind. A little pressure on one part of the brain, your speech,
shut you down.
Motor skills. It's insane. The most powerful thing in this universe. And one little tweak and
a little wet spot. Haywire. I had just a little blood. Just that was a little, but dude,
I mean,
shut me down.
But you know what? I know it's a cliche, but what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. I've been through some physical issues in my life, some mild physical disabilities, and
Wow.
what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Some of the best character that I think that I've got was all forged through tough times and
Wow.
learning lessons that I did not want to learn, but I was
Mhm.
forced to.
Right.
And you do come out with greater understanding. And if anything, like, it feels good to know that perhaps you could help other people get through their tough times just through your story. I know that you're doing that for a lot of people. So I'm just really happy to see you doing well, man. And you coming out the
Thanks,
other
man.
side, doing your thing better than ever in comedy. So I'm proud of you, man. I know that shit isn't easy. And people say, oh, yeah, man, good for you. And they know, but like, unless you're in the struggle, you're in that mean bush, like nobody fucking knows the ins and outs and how difficult that shit is on the night to night, day to day basis. So the fact that there's a lot of suffering in silence sometimes that people just would
Yeah.
never ever know. So congrats, man, on coming out the other
Thanks. Thank
side. You're
you.
better than ever. I think that's it can only be good for your comedy, and it gives you definitely plenty to talk about.
Oh yeah, yeah. And since I had it, like a lot of people have been reaching out to me, inboxing me, and telling me their stories, and a lot of people have had it a lot worse than I have. Like their conditions where, it's they had to get more surgeries. They've been hospitalized for months on end, and so for the grace of God, man, I got lucky, bro. I can't even. Yeah.
Good for you, dude, man. I'm
Yeah.
happy to hear it. And you're fucking killing it. Like I said, it's really, really, really happy to hear it. So how you been holding up during all this Rona madness, man? How's the family? Everyone relatively healthy?
Yeah, all my family's healthy. I got my two young kids. They saved my life because they give me something to do, some energy. You know what I mean? Just some fun time, and I've started getting out on stage more, and I feel more like this break has gotten me more grounded. Like I feel like all this stuff has been cooking
Mm.
in me, and then plus after the corona and all this stuff happening in the world, you just give a fuck less, and you're more fearless. We've all been through something, so it's like we've all been through something. Now let's, I don't know.
No, I get it.
You feel more. Yeah, you just feel more grounded and more connected to life. I don't know.
I hope that people come out of this, with a better sense of what they want out of life. Like you
Mhm.
said, not sweating so much of the small stuff. I mean, especially here in the United States, some people make a sport out of bitching about things, and it's a luxury that it's just like, man, why create more drama or issues in this life? Let's try and keep shit positive. Let's help each other out a little bit, like, focus on ourselves so we can be better for the people around us and shit. Like, I just hope that people are going to come out of this with a better understanding of what they want out of life and how to be better people. I mean, I know it's probably wishful thinking, but that's what
Yeah,
I
that's
hope.
what I thought until, like, I thought once this pandemic in March, I was like, oh, good, the world will take a break. We'll all get a little rest, a few vacation. Psych. Then the
Yeah,
riots started, the fires started. Yeah, it's like then idle mind is the devil's playground, I guess. I don't know. But
dude,
yeah. Oh yeah, it's the world's going mad, bro.
it's
I'm
too
I'm
much.
I'm highly disappointed in society and manhood, and it's just I'm highly disappointed. I don't know.
I agree, dude. I agree, but it's like, again, what we got to be pragmatic. At the end of the day, this seems to be what it is now. Now what?
Yeah, I always thought that they should like police officers are doing way too much. Like you shouldn't be the same dude shouldn't be called for like a domestic abuse, then handing out parking tickets and handing out speed tickets
Mm,
and doing this. It's like get a meter maid type dude to give like
yeah.
speeding tickets and those. But like the police department should be like the fire department. Call me
Mm,
when there's a fire, like there's some real shit going
yeah.
down. Cause
Make
I
you
got a
guys sing.
gun, I
Yeah.
got, you know what I mean? But the
Mhm.
other things, the little goofy
policing people.
Yeah. That's just like, but I understand that, they have something. I have friends that are police officers, and most of the time they're just sleeping in their car or trying not to fall asleep in the car,
Yeah,
So I
man.
guess that's probably why they give them duties, but.
No, and it's complicated because it's not a job that I would wish, it's like that is a very difficult job. I don't know, man. This is so complex. I think for anybody to act like they have all the answers is kind of ridiculous, but like change shit to where there's just less possibility for those negative interactions. I don't know, man. I don't know the answer.
I don't know. I definitely war on drugs probably would be one of the things because the obvious reasons. But yeah, training.
Training.
Freaking, because my friend was a police officer. He goes, in a lot of these cases, it was bad policing. Like what they did, they didn't follow certain procedures. Like it was like there's like say the McDonald's shooting, the guy that got shot in the park. Like he goes, bro, you could give him a ride home. Like, bro, you're not driving this car.
Yep.
I'm getting in the car. That's how he would have handled it. Or leave this car here. You're not taking it. Boom, boom, boom. No need to shoot him, getting an altercation with him. No need to escalate it. Just,
Because a lot of these dudes, I mean, let's be honest, man. Like, yes, you have the dudes who are like, my dad was a cop. My grandfather was a cop. I'm going out there to help, make the community a better place. But let's be fucking honest. There's a lot of dudes going out there who just love the power and feel the authority. And they're little douchebags who know that after 6 months, you can put on a gun and a badge and be an authority figure. And dude, that's just fucking real. Anybody who thinks that isn't reality, I don't know what to tell you. There are people, they're not all like that, but there are a lot of dudes out there like that. So how can you get those guys? Because we need people to take the job, but how do you take a guy like that who you might not know his motivations, but give him the correct training to not act on those negative impulses? Because there's fucking beauticians and people who are studying to be barbers and shit that have to go through more training than fucking police officers. And that is for sure something that, not that I thought that we were going to get into all this today. So sorry. But like, it's, sometimes this shit comes up like, and we talk about whatever, but I don't know. I think it is good to at least have the conversation sometime and try and get a greater understanding of what's happening, because shit's not great right now. So I try and think, how can we be pragmatic and actually make things better?
Yeah, and I mean, when I get pulled over by police, I pretty much treat them like I do pit bulls. Don't make any sudden movements. You control your breathing. Dog whisper. And then sometimes they try to escalate, but you're like,
We laugh, but it's fucking sad, dude. I mean, that shouldn't be the way it's supposed to be. I remember when I was doing news, when I first got on radio and shit, and I covered this Supreme Court ruling that said police are not here to protect and serve. They are here to enforce the law. And that was a Supreme Court ruling that I was covering for. I was like, damn, dude, that. The logistics of that and how it gets them out. It's just, I don't know, man. I throw my hands up with it, but there's definitely got to be some things to change. But anyway, dude, unless you got some final thoughts on the matter, we can move on. It's just an interesting conversation nonetheless, though.
Yeah.
All right, dude, you a sports fan or no?
Marginally. The older I get, the less I'm into watching other people play sports, and I don't know.
Okay.
I haven't made enough money in my life to be to be concerned about LeBron James right now.
Okay, I feel so. You
I have kids, and I just don't have. I don't know. I watch it sometimes, like the finals and things, but as I got older, I just have found other things to do. So I can watch a series like what's gonna happen? Like if it's on. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, ooh, ah, and I always get into it, but then it's like, but I'm not totally.
Okay, well, I'll take it easy on you. We won't get into depth on too much shit, but we're gonna just talk a little bit of sports.
We've come too far. There's too much to lose. It's not just keep our composure.
this is what we'll do. Like I said, we'll keep it easy on you. Just give me your top 5 favorite athletes of all time. It can be a combination of all sports, but I want your top 5 favorite athletes, and you can talk a little bit about each one if you want.
Muhammad Ali,
Okay.
Jack Johnson.
Oh, shit.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
Shit.
Oh, we are boxer now. Okay.
Yeah. Michael Jordan was cool. It's a good sports. I used to like Greg Nettles when I was a kid. He was a Yankee third baseman.
Damn, Greg Nettles. That man said Greg Nettles. Oh, shit.
With the diving catches, you know what I mean?
Okay. Yeah. That throw to second, that throw to home. Okay.
Yeah. And I don't know who else I like. I don't know. His favorite sports. I'll leave it up there. Probably, who do I know? Alex Rodriguez, I know him personally. He's a cool dude.
Okay.
I mean, he's cool with me. I mean, his baseball career has been suspect, but yeah.
Oh, dude, he's too big. He's too busy fucking J-Lo now and shit. Like, and God bless him for that. But no, I always liked A-Rod purely for the fact that he had the number 13, which was in honor of Dan Marino, because he's a Miami guy down here.
Oh, wow,
So
I didn't even catch that.
I was like, all right, I fuck with you, A-Rod. I fuck with you just because of that.
And he's a Miami dude, and I've done stuff for his Boys and Girls Club. So
yeah, he does a lot of good. Yeah. All right, dude. We're gonna do something called Hater Hall of Fame.
I hate you guys.
I hate you. I don't even know you.
You're tacky and I hate you.
All right, here's the deal. I like to keep the show positive, keep the vibe up, obviously, but especially in these times. But let's be real, it's also unhealthy to keep that negative energy all bottled up. Obviously, part of the process of being a positive person is having to find healthy ways to exercise the negative, which just lives within all of us. If you don't think it does, and you don't want to be that guy to just explode on somebody at the wrong time. So I try and create a healthy platform for my guests to be able to express what's pissing them off today. So, Kyle, what's pissing you off today, bro?
Ooh, this is there's a lot of stuff pissing me off. I don't know.
The floor is yours, dude.
I don't know. I can't believe the world. Like, I don't know. I just thought this time in the world we would be at like the age of Aquarius. You know what I mean? We'd all be, going to farmers markets and having cookouts and talking about, hey, remember back when we were a racist society? Wrong. It's like, America, people, we need education, man. We really need to be educated, you know? And like if America, if I had a choice of America, I don't know, great again, but I remember 1983 was decent, you know? Factories were still open, you know? Crack hadn't become addictive yet. People were crack was on the upswing, you know, so it wasn't.
Sprinkle some crack on it.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Michael Jackson Bill Cosby was still a hero. OJ was a hero. You get what I mean? And I don't know. I don't know if it's going to get, I don't know what's going to happen. I think after the OJ trial, then a racial history in America just went down, you know, racial relationships, because the press found out that they could capitalize, like race was a hot thing. So then it became, you know.
And then 2008, Obama comes and we're like, oh, this is going to help. Not a whole lot. Not even a little bit, actually. But no, I feel you on that.
And then the gangster rap culture too. So then that kind of added on like that wasn't actually great marketing for us either. You know what I mean? It's not like saying,
don't hurt the cause, man.
Yeah, you know. So I don't know. I mean, that's not really anger, but it's just frustrating how much noise there is going on right now. I don't know.
I feel you, man. Okay, that's a good answer, dude. That's a good, and that like, it's It makes sense. That's a pretty good thing to get pissed off about. I have every once in a while people come on here and be like, I'm pissed about Taco Bell hot sauce packets. And I'm like,
Oh, okay.
okay.
I'm sorry.
No, dude. No. That's the thing. It's a wide spectrum. That's the whole, it's whatever it is to you.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. You could have asked me. I would have prepared a question because you threw me on.
that I got to put you on the spot. I'm about to put you on the spot again, man. We're about to play Mental Reps Questionnaire.
Pop quiz, hot shot.
Why so serious?
What's in the box?
What does Marcellus Wallace look like?
What do you mean funny? Funny how? How am I funny?
Answer the question, Claire.
Are you telling me that you built a time machine out of a DeLorean?
You want answers. I want the truth. You can't handle the truth.
Is Darth Vader my father?
For real, B? I want answers.
Without a good question, a good answer has no place to go. It's time for the Mental Reps Questionnaire.
All right. Take as long as you need, but don't overthink it. If you could meet anyone, current or historical, and spend the day picking their brain, who would it be?
Jesus, the man with all the answers. You know what I mean? It's like if I could meet with him, it'll clear up a lot of this bullshit. You know what I mean? So yeah,
I like that. I like
Jesus.
that. Jesus, I like that. If you had one round trip ticket in a time machine, when and where would you go?
Oh damn, you hit me with a lot of fire. Some of my bitch. I probably would like to go on that. I wouldn't mind going to ancient Egypt, Kemet, some shit like that, you know.
Okay. Say, well, what's really good with these pyramids, man? How'd you do this?
You know, what's the Timbuktu? What was the original society?
Yeah.
See what it's about, you know?
Yeah. Okay, I like that answer. I like that. If you could have one superpower, what would it be?
Fly, probably the fly.
Oh shit.
Fly.
Okay. You have flying dreams?
Yeah.
Do you fly?
Yeah, flying dreams, yeah. Plenty of flying dreams. And when I'm wake up, I'm mad. Like, damn, I can't fly. You know, so weird is when I'm flying, I'm not like flying like this. It's more like I'm running, but then I'm taking flight. Like this is how I fly in my dreams. Where I'm like running, like my feet are moving. So I'm like, that's how I fly.
Damn. Okay. See, I had flying dreams back in the day where it was like literally like some Peter Pan shit. It depended on my thoughts.
Oh, wow.
So I would like think really hard and I'd start hovering above the ground. And whenever I'd fuck up, I'd just fall to the ground. Right.
Oh,
so
damn.
after a series of several dreams, I got better at flying. Like,
oh, wow.
So by the last like couple, I'd get super high and I remember falling into a barn and waking up. And like you said, just being so pissed off. I was like, God damn, I finally got this shit figured out and now I can't do it.
Yeah.
Do you believe in ghosts? Explain.
Nah. Because ghosts, it's like every time someone sees a ghost, they have clothes on. Now, is they clothes ghosts too? You know what I mean? If it was a ghost, they'd be naked. So, no.
Hey, dude, that makes sense to me.
Man, come on, the fabric ain't no ghost. The fabric ain't have no spirit. So if they were truly a ghost, they'd be in their birthday suit.
Yeah, man, good call. Like we were talking about this a couple weeks ago. It's like also they're like stuck in the house. Like if you were a ghost, why are you stuck in a house? Like wouldn't you be like going like hopping around, like checking shit out?
Spirit world. If you're in the spirit world, yeah.
You're staying in that attic forever, all eternity. Come on. Okay.
Yeah.
What was the first live concert or stand-up you ever attended?
The first live concert I ever shoot. It could have been a Tougher Than Leather tour. Something Run DMC, the Rock the Bells tour. One of them, I don't remember what the first concert, but it was definitely some hip hop. I was definitely wearing like a sheepskin coat or something. I definitely had on some shell toe Adidas.
Okay.
Yeah. So, but that's probably that was my first. I used to go to all those Rock the Bell tours, like the tours that used to come with LL Cool
Oh,
J, Run
okay.
DMC,
All right.
Force MDs. This is old
De
school
La
hip hop I'm
Soul.
talking about. Yeah, now this De La was the Daisy age. I'm talking
Okay.
about 84,
Oh, okay.
86, 80. Like LL rocked the bell when
Okay.
the LL used to come out with a big. How old are you?
35.
You don't know none of this stuff I'm talking about. Are
Like
you
just the
kidding me?
teensy, like it's like vague. You know what I mean?
Yeah, when they first started doing rap shows, they would have like LL Cool J, Run DMC, and like a few guys would go up, Force MDs, and then he would come out in a big boom box and play my radio.
Oh,
Yeah,
shit.
that's how concerts were in the 80s.
Dude, I was trying to tell my nephews about what it was like trying to catch songs on the radio with the cassette and record. And when you caught that shit, it was like, woo! Like you just want to fucking cry and you just had make a little
Without the
mix
station
for your girl.
identification.
Oh, that dude, all that shit, man. I miss that. I miss it. All right. So in a world without stand-up, what's your dream job?
Art director.
Okay.
Yeah.
I
Being
like
an
that.
artist. Anything creative.
Yeah, I
I'm
know you
down
mentioned
with.
it earlier, and I saw it on your IMDb that you have like a visual effects credit for something the
Yeah,
Chronicles.
because I do graphic design also. Like, I mean, I have done. Someone asked me to do an open for them
Oh, that's
since I
cool.
was doing stand up, and I agreed to do a freelance opening for
I like that.
someone I was working with when I was in design. So they asked me to do a project. So I was like, yeah, I'll do it.
I like it.
Yeah.
Tell me about someone who changed your life for the better.
My mama.
Great answer. Tell me
Nah,
about it.
yeah, it's my mother, man. I just can't, I think my father died and she did what she could to give us a good life and I can't complain. I didn't have it bad because of her. I had it easier. I could do what I wanted to do and the choices I made because of her. I had choices because of her. You know, I could choose to
Options.
go to college. I had options. I could, she got me a car. She did everything. So when I went to college, I was like, I'm not gonna mess with her money. I got straight A's, and
Do
I
right
just
by
did it.
her.
And yeah, and then I got my own hustle, and now,
I love it,
yeah,
dude. Good for you, man. Yeah, there's definitely a special place upstairs for dope moms, man.
yeah. And my mother taught me to love all you motherfuckers like my brothers and sisters.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
I
there
love
it
it, man.
is.
What's some wisdom you can share with anyone listening who's trying to pursue their dreams in comedy?
In comedy, do the work, man. Don't even when nobody's looking, be dope in the dark when nobody's even paying
I
attention.
love
You know
that.
what I
Be
mean?
dope in the dark. I love
Yeah,
that.
you know what I mean? Because
I like that.
nobody, if people ain't, your career is long and people aren't going to be paying attention the whole time, but you can't let it stop you from being creative and doing your best. And I don't know, because I've seen a lot of people die on the branch because they stop creating. They give up and they like. Because I'll tell you, once Kevin Hart, I'll say example like once Kevin Hart got big, I think like this is from just a group of people that I knew. Like
Mm.
people started being like, "Oh shit," and they started falling down the mountain. You know what I mean? Like they see him at the top and they
Yeah.
start. You don't lose your grip. You keep
Uh-huh.
climbing. Just because
He's a
you see.
rocket ship going up.
Yeah, he's flying across in a private jet. Keep cutting through the wilderness. It's like I don't know.
Yeah. No, that's great.
I mean, I've chose this life, and sometimes you gotta bleed for it. I don't know.
You got to grind. Got to
Yeah.
grind. All right, we're almost how if you have the world's if you had the world's attention for 30 seconds, what would you say?
Hey,
Yeah, that's a good start. That's a good start. That's the most realistic start.
ooh, it would have to be a joke because I am a comedian. I'd probably just tell him a joke, but I don't know which joke it would be, but one that probably brought us on one accord. I don't know.
I like that, dude. Yeah, bring the world a little closer together, man. Dude, and these questions are meant to put you on the spot, so I don't want you like sitting up at night being worried.
Damn, I should have said, "Hey, can I retape?"
Yeah, so don't worry about it at all, and we'll definitely do this again down the road, and you'll get another crack at it. But how do you feel, man? We cover everything. You feel good about it?
Yeah, I feel great, man. Thanks for having me. You know, it's good to have a adult conversation. I'm always home with my kids, and yeah, it's like I'm listening to Kids Bop. And
no, I heard the kids in the background a little bit earlier.
They were trying to sneak into the frame of the camera.
Oh, I wish you would have let them, man. They're welcome to. But no, that's cool, man. I appreciate you. Brain Humor available right now on Amazon.
Amazon Prime.
And tell everyone where they can find you online, when and where you're going to be performing, all that good shit.
Yeah, at Kyle Grooms on everything. KYLEGROMS. My stand-up shows will be local around South Florida area because I'm not traveling yet. But and yeah, just look out for me. Follow me on social media.
I love it, man. All right, we got the quote of the week. It's from Kent Morris, and it's mental toughness is when you can find fuel in an empty tank. What do you think about that, dude? I think that's pretty good. Pretty good, dude. And again, when you're in some mean bush and it's like, what the fuck do you do? It's about squeezing that little bit extra out, trying to remind yourself that you're capable and to get through it. And dude, I think that you are a great example of mental toughness and people overcoming adversity, coming out better on the other side. So I appreciate you again, Kyle, and I hope that we get to keep in touch. I'll for sure be coming out to some of your shows, and maybe one of these days we'll kick it. We'll get Brett down here. We'll go and get some drinks at the Field, my sponsor.
There you go. I was wondering where you were sitting. I was like, is that?
Yeah, the Field Irish Pub, man. You're welcome anytime. We got live podcasts going on there too sometimes. So
where is it?
It's right off of Griffin, like in between 441 and I-95.
Oh shit! I used to live off Griffin. I used to live off 441, 33rd Avenue in Griffin.
Okay.
Yeah, I used to live off Griffin. What's the name of that pub again?
The Field Irish Pub. Yeah, man, in Eatery.
Shit.
No, but it's a dope spot, man. You walk in, like Toast was, my guest last week was saying, you walk on the floor and like the floor creaks and shit. There's like all this history in the building. It's like all
33rd Avenue. Was it another place before?
Yes, it was called, what was it?
It's like got a lot of trees around.
Apple. Yeah, dude.
Spiced apple.
The spiced apple. I think that's
I used to live on the end of that block.
Dude.
That's the street I used to live on.
For real? Oh, shit.
My house is at the end of that block on Griffin.
Okay.
The house I own.
Yeah, man. It's been there for about 20 years now. Oh, go ahead.
And I had my seizure at Crossroads Cafe, which is right on Griffin too.
Oh, shit.
Right there. That's where I had my seizure.
Wow, man. It's a small world, dude.
Yeah.
It's a small world. Well, bro, you're in the Mental Reps family now, man. Welcome back anytime. And thanks again for chatting with me today, bro.
All right, that's what's up. Thanks for having me, B. Hey, what's up, everybody out there in the internet world? You're listening to Mental Reps Podcast with Brian Wright. You can't go wrong with Brian Wright. Keep your head on a swivel, bitches.